So I'm sure you've all already seen that hit piece that was made against the Geeks and Gamers community, calling them all alt-right, white supremacist, sexist, racist, pretty much everything that people get offended by nowadays. They're being called that because they don't like the Disney sequel trilogy. And I'll play a clip from that in a second if you haven't seen it already. But I really don't think these people realize the damage that could be done to these people's lives. Either that or they just don't care. But the damage that can be done to these people's lives that are included in this video, included in this hit piece. They don't understand that a lot of these people don't do YouTube for a living. I'm not going to say the guy's name because I don't even want him included in this at all, but someone who's in that video was only there stating a fact. He said that Chuck Wendig was fired. That's a literal fact. Nothing about that statement proves any points that you're trying to make in that article. Chuck Wendig was fired, but they just wanted to put him in that video so that they could include his name in the article. But that person doesn't even do YouTube for a living. He has a job outside of YouTube. If his work were to see that video or to see that article, see that he's being called a white supremacist, he would be fired. He would lose his livelihood. And these people that are making these articles, making these videos either don't care about that, or maybe that's even what they want to do. Maybe they just want to go after these people and ruin their lives, and the clicks that they're getting are just a bonus. But the worst part about all of this stuff is that Lucasfilm and Lucasfilm employees are backing them. Lucasfilm employees are retweeting that video, retweeting that article, sharing it like crazy. I think Lucasfilm is behind all of this. It would make perfect sense. Lucasfilm employees such as Pablo Hidalgo have been calling people that don't like the sequel trilogy all these names in the past. He's been doing that for so long, and we know how he feels about Star Wars Theory, who has been open about his disdain for the sequel trilogy. And that Star Wars Theory situation really blew up, but Pablo Hidalgo has been doing things like that and even worse for a long time. That wasn't an isolated event. And you know the craziest part? Pablo Hidalgo follows the account that posted that video, that posted that article on Twitter. Lucasfilm is behind this. I know it. It's the same thing with the Zack Snyder Warner Bros situation with Geeks and Gamers. It's the same thing, but with Lucasfilm, it's personal. Hollywood doesn't like independent journalists having any type of power because they don't answer to anyone. There's no one that can fire them if they get out of line. So people who are involved with communities like Geeks and Gamers are the quartering. They're not scared to call out Disney, to call out Lucasfilm, and to call out Warner Brothers. And those big Hollywood studios hate that because they can't stop them. And I think as time goes on, the community that we're in is just getting better and better at exposing the faults in Disney and Lucasfilm and just in Hollywood. We're starting to see through their lies and we're getting better and better at it. And I think Hollywood is taking notice. They're trying to shut us down, but we're not going to go anywhere.
Algorithm is actually trying to find a few rabbit holes that are very powerful and try to find which rabbit hole is the closest to your interest.
For me, once I started diving hard into some of these people's YouTube videos, and you kind of get hooked. Maybe they'll stop pushing this feminist agenda that has driven Star Wars into the ground.
We are going to talk more about Disney and their feminist agenda.
She has some weird resentment towards the male fans of this franchise.
All-conquering female figure now is occluding this great myth of the hero.
Rey had randomly been amazing at everything. She was the ultimate Mary Sue.
I think that these Rewriting Ripley people contacted Lucasfilm and contacted some employees that they know hate people that hate the sequels, and they teamed up to release this. And as soon as it was released, all these Lucasfilm employees started retweeting it. There's no way that they read that article that fast. This was definitely collusion. They're trying to deplatform people that don't like their movies, but not only that, deplatform people that call out their bullshit. Deplatform the people that call out their lies. But my thing is, why is this the easy route? Why not, instead of trying to ruin people's lives because they call you out, why not just become a company that doesn't need to be called out? Just stop doing shady stuff. Stop filming movies on concentration camps in China. Stop shrinking Finn down in China when you go and advertise The Force Awakens over there. Live by those values that Bob Chapek says you have. Don't fire Gina Carano because she's not a left-leaning wokist. Become the company that you want everyone to think that you are, instead of trying to ruin people's lives to hide the truth, because we're not out here trying to expose you for no reason. For one thing, we just don't like your movies. We've all grown up with Star Wars, and we've seen what it can be, and we're seeing what it can be now with The Mandalorian, and I'm sure we'll continue to see what it can be with the Filoniverse. But the sequels and everything that Kathleen Kennedy is heavily involved in, it's just not good. There's no racism, there's no sexism, there's no white supremacy, at least from me and the people that I know. We just don't like your movies. So if you really think that we're sexist or racist and that's why we don't like your movies, I really think you need to open your eyes and see what's really going on. Sometimes people make bad movies, and that's okay. But instead of projecting and calling us racist and sexist, maybe just try to make a better movie next time. Learn from your mistakes and don't blame it on the fans, blame it on the filmmakers and the producers that are behind these projects. I just think everyone needs to wake up and see who the real enemies are here. These people that are trying to ruin people's lives to get clicks or to prove a point that people are alt-right because they don't like their movies. These people are bad people. They would do anything that they can to make money. If that means making people lose their jobs so that they can't post YouTube videos anymore, then they'll do that. They recently got a strike on Ethan Van Sciver's channel because he made a joke about Asian people after the Zack Snyder incident on the Geeks and Gamers live stream. But as soon as I saw the clip, I 100% understood why the SJWs were so mad at it. But to get a strike on his channel, come on. I think you can only get 2 or 3 strikes on your channel before it's completely taken down. Once again, messing with people's livelihoods so that they can't speak out against against you. That's not the route to go. Instead of thinking you're some sort of angel and trying to take down others because they speak out against you, how about you look inward every once in a while and try to fix things that are wrong about you? Throwing the words alt-right and white supremacist around aren't going to solve all your problems. I know a lot of people think it is, but it's just not. Because when you start messing with people in this community that you're messing with, we don't just lay down, we fight back. And we come back at you with receipts and facts. And that's exactly what the Quartering and Data Racer and Geeks and Gamers and everyone else who was fighting back on Twitter the other night did. They found the receipts, they found the old tweets, they found the facts, and they put them out there and destroyed Rewriting Ripley. If people are willing to look at the facts and actually take them in, Rewriting Ripley will have zero credibility from now on. Now we know that no one on social media usually cares about facts that much. That's just the world we live in now. So if Pablo Hidalgo or other Lucasfilm employees still back them, then there will be other people out there that show support for them as well. But anyone who is willing to look at facts will see that they're dead wrong and that they're bad people who are colluding with other bad people, trying to call other people bad. Do you realize that a couple of days ago, Geeks and Gamers raised over $100,000 for a charity? It's so sad the levels that people will go to take others down. But let me know what you guys think about this whole situation, about the hit piece, about the Lucasfilm employees retweeting the hit piece, and Pablo Hidalgo following the account that made the hit piece as well. I think it's crazy that people are willing to make others lose their job and lose their livelihood just so they can get clicks or prove a point. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you hate Kathleen Kennedy as much as I do, check out my Ruined by Kathleen Kennedy merch linked in the description. If you like this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both of those links will be in the description as well. But thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.